Hi, I'm Adeline. 10 years ago, I became a widow when my husband Jack had a heart attack. I thought that was the worst pain I'd ever feel until 8 months later when I lost my only daughter, Emma. Mom, I'm scared. Those were the last words Emma said to me before they rushed her into emergency surgery. Complications during childbirth. The doctors saved my granddaughter, but couldn't save my baby girl. I still remember the hospital hallway where Marcus paced back and forth, his face blank as stone when the doctor delivered the news. I can't do this without her. I didn't sign up to be a single dad. 3 days later, I woke up to frantic knocking at 2 a.m. When I opened the door, there was a car seat with a tiny bundled baby and a hastily scribbled note. Her name is Lily. I can't handle this. I'm sorry. I watched Marcus's taillights disappear down the street as I clutched my newborn granddaughter. No phone calls, no child support, nothing for 10 years. What kind of man abandons his own flesh and blood? My best friend Denise would ask whenever she came over with hand-me-downs from her own grandkids. The world's full of deadbeat dads, Denise. I'm just glad I have Lily. I put everything into raising that little girl. My retirement savings went to dance classes and science camps. I learned to French braid hair and build volcano projects at midnight. I became both grandma and mom. Grandma, tell me about my mom again, Lily would ask on nights when the stars were bright. She had your smile, sweetie, and your stubbornness, too. Last Tuesday, Denise came over while Lily was at school. You look like you've seen a ghost, Denise. What's wrong? I ran into Marcus at the grocery store. He was asking about Lily. My stomach dropped. That's impossible. He moved away years ago. He's back, Adeline. With a fancy car and a new wife? I laughed it off, but deep down, I knew. Something was coming. This morning, the doorbell rang. A courier with an envelope. Legal papers. What is it, Grandma? Lily asked, peering over my shoulder. I couldn't speak as I read the words. Petition for custody. Adeline, what's going on? Denise had just arrived for coffee, finding me frozen in the doorway. It's Marcus. After 10 years of nothing, he wants Lily back. He can't do that. He abandoned her. According to these papers, he claims I've kept him from his daughter, that I've poisoned her against him, that now he's stable and wants to reunite with his child. That's complete garbage. We'll fight this. I looked out the window where Lily was now playing with the neighbor's dog, completely unaware that her entire world might be about to change. He left her on my doorstep like she was nothing, Denise. And now he thinks he can just walk back in and take her away? Over my dead body. The morning after receiving those custody papers, I couldn't even get out of bed. My mind kept racing with terrifying possibilities until Denise literally dragged me to the shower. You've got 45 minutes to pull yourself together. I've already called my cousin Victor. He's the best family attorney in the county, and he's meeting us at his office at 10. I can't afford a fancy lawyer, Denise. My teaching pension barely covers our bills as it is. He owes me big time for setting him up with his wife. Now move your butt. Victor's office was all leather and mahogany. Nothing like I could afford. He reviewed the papers while I nervously shredded a tissue. So this guy abandons his newborn and disappears for a decade, then waltzes back demanding custody? Bold move. Can he actually win? He's her biological father. Victor leaned forward. Biology isn't everything in family court. Abandonment is a big deal. But we need to understand his motivation. People don't usually reappear after 10 years without a reason. 3 days later, I had to do the hardest thing ever. Tell Lily that her father was back. We sat on her bed, surrounded by her stuffed animals. Remember how I told you your daddy had to go away after your mom died? Because he was too sad, right? My heart broke all over again. I'd always tried to soften the truth. Yes, but now he says he wants to meet you. His name is Marcus. Her eyes went wide. For real? Does he know about my science fair trophy? Can I show him my rock collection? That innocent excitement gutted me. The court ordered supervised visits while the case proceeded. The first meeting was at a family center downtown. Lily wore her favorite blue dress and wouldn't stop fidgeting. What if he doesn't like me? Impossible, sweetie. You're the most likable person on the planet. When Marcus walked in with his new wife, Sophia, I barely recognized him. Gone was the scruffy boy my daughter had fallen for. This Marcus wore an expensive watch and designer clothes. "You must be Lily. You look just like your mother." Lily hid behind my leg, suddenly shy. Sophia knelt down with a wrapped gift. "We've been so excited to meet you. Your father talks about you all the time." I bit my tongue so hard I tasted blood. After that awkward meeting, Denise and I sat at my kitchen table plotting our next move. "Sophia looks loaded. Did you see that diamond on her finger? It was practically a doorknob." "Victor says Marcus is claiming he's turned his life around. Stable job at her family's company, nice house in Oakwood Heights." I don't buy it for a second. People don't change that much. We started digging. Denise's niece worked at the courthouse and quietly pulled records from Marcus's past. What we found confirmed my suspicions. 3 evictions in 2 years after he left Lily. A string of jobs he couldn't keep. 2 other women filed for child support but couldn't locate him. Denise whistled. Our boys got a pattern. The real breakthrough came when my neighbor Pete, who worked at Sophia's family company, overheard something interesting at the water cooler. Marcus has been asking for advances on his paycheck. Rumor is he's got massive gambling debts. Word around the office is Sophia's family isn't happy about the marriage. I called Victor immediately. "I think I know why Marcus suddenly wants custody. It's not about Lily at all." Victor listened carefully as I laid out my theory about Marcus's sudden interest in custody. If he's drowning in debt and married to a wealthy woman, Lily could be his meal ticket. Child support, education expenses. He could milk this for years. Good theory, but we need proof. Judges don't rule on hunches. I spent the next week building my case. Denise and I staked out coffee shops near Sophia's family business, eavesdropping on gossipy employees. "Did you hear about the CEO's daughter? Poor thing's got maybe a year left. Pancreatic cancer." My heart sank. "Denise, Sophia's dying. If she inherits and then passes away, Marcus gets everything, including any money set aside for Lily." During Lily's next supervised visit, I noticed how Marcus paraded her around the park like a trophy while Sophia took photos. "Isn't she just perfect? The spitting image of me," he boasted to a passing couple. Later that night, Lily curled up in my lap, unusually quiet. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" "Marcus keeps telling me I'll have my own pony when I live with them, but I don't want a pony. I want to stay with you." "Did he say you're going to live with them?" "He said the judge will make me because you're too old to take care of me properly." My blood boiled. Victor advised me to keep my cool, but I needed more ammunition. I reached out to the women who'd sought child support from Marcus. "He disappeared right after my son was born," Tanya told me over coffee. "Left me with nothing but baby bills and empty promises." "Same story with me," Jasmine added. "He even told people I trapped him with my pregnancy. Meanwhile, he's got 2 other kids he doesn't acknowledge." Both women agreed to testify if needed. But the real breakthrough came during Lily's school science fair. Marcus and Sophia showed up unexpectedly, causing a scene in front of other parents. "We're her parents," Marcus announced loudly. "Adeline just refuses to co-parent properly." I slipped my phone into my pocket, recording app running, and followed him to the hallway. "Why are you really doing this, Marcus? You didn't want her 10 years ago." "People change. I've grown up." "Bull. You've never sent a birthday card, never asked about her. Why now?" He lowered his voice, checking that Sophia was still inside. "Look, I'm in a tough spot financially. Sophia's family has a trust for her kids. If Lily's legally mine, she qualifies. Once Sophia's gone, that money would help us both." "You mean help you?" "Don't be difficult. I'll give you a cut. 20%. She's not a lottery ticket, Marcus. She's a child." I walked away, my hands shaking but victorious. I had him on tape. The next morning, a black SUV pulled up beside me as I walked to my car. "Get in. We need to talk," Marcus demanded. "Not a chance. I know you recorded me yesterday. Delete it, drop this custody fight, or things will get ugly. I've got friends who can make your life very difficult." He drove off, tires squealing. I immediately called Victor. "He just threatened me." I think we've got him exactly where we want him. The courthouse loomed like a fortress as I entered with Victor. Marcus strutted in with his attorney while Sophia followed, looking frail but determined. You're petitioning for custody after 10 years of no contact. That's unusual, the judge addressed Marcus directly. I was young and devastated by my wife's death. I've matured and can provide Lily with stability. Victor presented our evidence first. The abandonment note, police reports, school records showing I was Lily's sole guardian for a decade. We'd like to play a recording that reveals Mr. Brennan's true motives. Marcus's voice filled the room. Sophia's family has a trust for her kids. If Lily's legally mine, she qualifies. Once Sophia's gone, that money would help us both. Sophia gasped audibly. Her father leaned forward, face reddening. Tanya and Jasmine testified about Marcus's pattern of abandonment, and we showed footage of his threat against me. During recess, Sophia confronted him in the hallway. You told me Adeline kept Lily from you. You never sent anything, did you? Baby, I can explain. Was this all about waiting for me to die so you could cash in? When court resumed, Marcus's attorney requested a private conference with the judge. Mr. Brennan is withdrawing his petition for custody, he announced afterward. The judge wasn't letting him off. I'm still issuing a ruling. Given the evidence, I'm granting Adeline permanent legal custody. Mr. Brennan, I'm ordering supervised visitation only, contingent on parenting classes and back child support. Outside, Marcus approached me. I'm sorry, I got desperate. Please don't cut me out of Lily's life. 10 years, Marcus? 10 birthdays? 10 Christmases? You don't get to be sorry now. She's still my daughter. Biology doesn't make you a parent. Showing up does. 2 weeks later, Lily and I planted a cherry tree, Emma's favorite. Is Marcus still my dad? Lily asked. Biologically, yes, but families are built on love, not DNA. Like us? Exactly like us. I later heard Sophia filed for divorce and her family blacklisted Marcus from their industry. He left town shortly after. Lily and I still have our movie nights and pancake Sundays. Nothing changed, except we hold on tighter, knowing how close we came to losing everything. Some think forgiveness brings closure, but I disagree. Standing your ground against someone who tried to hurt you, that's real strength. Lily deserves a parent who would fight the world for her. And that's exactly what I did. What would you have done if you were Adeline? Would you have allowed Marcus any place in Lily's life after his decade of abandonment? Or was she right to completely shut him out even after he apologized? Is biology enough to deserve a second chance as a parent? Or do you agree with Adeline that showing up is what truly makes someone a parent? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to know where you stand on this difficult question. If you enjoyed this story of justice and standing up to toxic people, please hit that like button so more people can find it. And if you want more revenge stories like this one, subscribe to the channel for a new story every day. Thanks for watching.